Did you know that regular exercise can help brain function and reduce tremors? Exercise daily can also reduce tremors. Here's a quick word from Grassley for better body and brain snacks.
A buttery, rich, nutrient-dense slab with just 2 ingredients, beef and salt. It's real meat from real grass-fed cattle the way it was meant to be eaten. Our beef brisket is sourced from US-based ranchers and slow cooked until it is tender to preserve every nutrient that red meat offers.
Create a couple exercises, and these are going to have to do with manual dexterity. And the first one is going to be wrist flexion and wrist extension with resistance. So you can use a dumbbell, you can use bands, whatever you have. Right now, we're going to demonstrate them with dumbbells. So wrist flexion. Demonstrate those. You can do it with one dumbbell at a time. You can do it with both, 2 at a time.
Wrist flexion?
Yep. Basically, you're doing wrist curls. But like I said, you can do it with a dumbbell like that. Do it with both of them, same time. I don't think there's any real great benefit to doing one at a time. I'd probably have somebody do both at a time. Unless there's like some real discrepancy between one side or the other. And then we might focus on the weaker side. Now do extension. Or what we'd say like is a reverse wrist curl. And like I said, you can do these with dumbbells, a band, cables, whatever you have at your disposal. A soup can. Whatever you have, any kind of resistance. All right, you can set those down. All right, the second exercise I'm going to have you do is you're going to do some gripping exercises with a grip trainer, but you also have like a tennis ball there. Anything you can use to squeeze, But they sell these grip trainers, and they're at varying degrees of resistance, varying strengths, from easy to you can't even do it. Now, see the way you're holding it? Hold it out like this so people can see it. Like this. All right. You have it upside down. Traditionally, they have it the other way, but you can do it both ways. And I would practice it both ways. Because with the top like that, it's going to be hardest for your 2 smaller fingers. Now flip it upside down again. Now it's going to be hardest for the top 2 fingers. So I would actually do both. Let's see you use the tennis ball. All you're doing is working on contracting and relaxing, squeezing your fingers, letting it go. Squeeze your fingers, let it go. That's a tennis ball. Anything you can use like that to squeeze, anything you can use to try to use your grip strength. Now you're going to do something a little different. You're going to do these finger tapping exercises.
Yeah.
It's manual dexterity. It's not that there's...
something I do
Yeah.
every time I go and walk or do the stairs.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with resistance. It just has to do with exercising your brain. Neuromuscular efficiency.
It doesn't seem like it will work, but it works.
Hold them out. Don't rest your arms on your hands. Do like this. So people can see what you're doing. Yeah, you go. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do this long enough, you do it 15 times or more, you'll start to get tired. You'll start to feel it.
Yeah,
your wrist and your fingers.
I walk for a couple miles, and I do this while
You're saying you do that while you're doing your walks around the yard, around the neighborhood? Okay. Now you're going to do arm swings. So you can do a number or you can do it timed, and like in rehab, I like 2 minutes. So you would do it forward for a certain time or a certain number of reps, then you would do it reverse for a certain number of reps. You can do both arms at the same time, or you can do one arm at a time.
I usually do this for 2 minutes.
Now, don't do those little mini circles. Come as far around as you can. Yep. Now, here's what I want you to do. Stand up, and when you do the swing, cross your hands in the front. Yeah. Because as much as we can, with most exercises, you want to try to get as full a range of motion as possible to maintain or gain as much function as normal. Now go in reverse, but still cross your hands in the front. And every time you cross your hands, you're alternating between which hand is on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to think about it. But if you think 1, 2, 1, 2, you'll go right, left. So you'll alternate which hand is on top.
Yeah.
And so you got to think about it. Now, do just the left arm. And back. And the right arm. And back. So you can do these together, one at a time, whichever you feel like. But 30 reps or 2 minutes, that would be my starting point. Now we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we have a set of dumbbells. You could sit or stand on a band if you had access to a cable machine, whatever you have for resistance. So you shrug straight up. You want to try to keep your head in line. You don't want your head to bob forward, which is what happens with a lot of people. Just keep your head straight up, shrug straight up, come down.
Yeah, with resistance.
Yeah, any kind of resistance. If you do it with no resistance, you don't have anything, I would say that would be something you would do for 2 minutes as well. Head straight up and down, straight forward. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get the shoulder shrug, but you don't want to move your head. Now, from there, stand up. All of these exercises, we demonstrate some of them, but you can do pretty much all of them standing or sitting. Maybe the arm swings you can't really do as full range of motion if you're sitting, but you can still do them. Now we're going to do a static hold, and in yoga they call it plank exercise. You're assuming the push-up position. Hands, you should start with hands directly under your shoulders and your feet about hip width. And you're trying to get a straight line head to toe, hands directly under your shoulders. So you don't want them wider than your shoulders. That's too wide. Right under your shoulders, right under them. And you don't want them in front or behind. Yep. And you hold it. What I tell people, it sounds counterintuitive, but relax and focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe. Now, usually you start with these, doing it for time. And you can start with 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you can manage. Later on, we'll make them dynamic. All right, now this is what? Don't move. Put your feet wider. Put your hands wider. More. Now that, what he just did, makes this a lot harder. So this is more advanced. Once you can do the regular plank, then you start doing things like this to increase the difficulty, to increase the intensity. All right, now you're just going to sit and do some finger stretches. You're going to stretch the wrist, stretch the fingers. Ready? You can go ahead and sit if you want. Again, they can be done standing or seated. Doesn't really matter with this. So pull the fingers back toward you.
Yeah. Try to push.
And obviously you're going to hold it for time.
And of course.
Yes. Now do one finger at a time. Yep. So you can do one hand at a time or one finger at a time. This is a simple one. But this is one of the ones that I would do last, after I'd been thoroughly warmed up and done all the other exercises. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to practice some diaphragmatic breathing, but we're going to add a little resistance to it. All right, so go ahead and lay down on your back. We're going to use that ball, but you can use a ball, a weight plate, a dumbbell, whatever you have. All right, so lay back and put your feet up flat. Okay? So lay back flat. So the ball is going to be on your navel. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in as deeply as you can and push the ball with your stomach toward the ceiling. Breathe as much as you can, and then exhale deeply. Pull your stomach in. So the ball is giving you a little bit of resistance. Breathe in, push that ball up. Breathe out, suck the stomach in. Breathe in, push that ball up. Breathe out, suck the stomach in. And your back's not perfectly straight because your glutes are round. So with your feet up like this, it flattens out and lets your back be flatter on the ground. It's a little tiny movement. It's not big. But you're literally with resistance trying to exercise the diaphragm. And like I said, you can use that ball, dumbbell, weight plate, whatever you have. Now we're going to do one that they actually recommend for people with high blood pressure because it lowers your blood pressure. And that is an isometric hand contraction. So you're going to put your hands out, squeeze your fist as hard as you can, and then relax. Squeeze your fist as hard as you can, like you're really squeezing, then relax. Squeeze them as hard as you can, and then relax. What I would do is I might get a few breaths, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax. Good. Okay, now this is one, we're going to finish this off, and this is what you like to finish your workouts with. It's an isometric hold. You do it because it reduces tremors, correct?
Yeah, I do it every workout.
Okay, so like I suggested to you previously, each time you get at the end of your workout, we're going to do one differently. All right, so grab that set of dumbbells, that 15s right there, or 10s, whatever you want. And you can do this with a bar, a barbell, loaded with plates, weight plates, dumbbells. So the first one I want you to do, because each workout you'll do a different isometric hold. Put them straight overhead. And you can hold it like that. You can turn it like this. And you're just holding it for a time.
Yeah, I usually hold it for 60 seconds and then I rest for 30 seconds and repeat additional 3 times. So 4 times total.
All right, now come down. Come down. Have them at your side. What you're going to do is stand up straight, shrug up, and hold it. And then relax. We're just doing this for demonstrative purposes. He usually holds them for a lot longer. Yeah. Now what I want you to do is come into like a hammer curl. And you would hold that for 30 seconds or more. That really
helps the hands.
That really helps the hands with the tremors. All right, come down. Now do it in reverse curl. Come down. Now do it in a regular curl. Come down. Can you do the
Not with this one.
All right, well, go ahead.
But like that.
Yeah. Well, put those down, and we're going to demonstrate with the 10 pounds. It's okay, because you're not going to have the same strength in every move. Just straight out, like a lateral raise. And you would hold that. Now come down. Come down. Now straight out with the thumb up.
That's hard.
Yeah. On these, I like to say, think about squeezing your upper back together. Think about squeezing your upper back together. It'll let you hold longer. That's good right there. Now, we demonstrate one at a time. And down. Other one. And down. One arm at a time. Yeah, it's hard. So you see there's all these different variations you can do of isometric holds. One at a time, both at the same time. You can increase in weight. You can increase the time. I would at first increase the time. If you can get to where you can hold something for a minute, then I would add weight. I would add weight because the added weight on isometric holds is going to really help your tremors.
Yeah, that really helps.
Yes. If you think about it, any move that you can think of, you can hold. Powerlifters will take a weight that they can't squat. It's more than they can actually squat. But to really ramp up their nervous system, they'll take it out of the rack when they squat and they'll hold it. And then they'll put it back in the rack.
Another thing, you want to grip the weights really tight.
Yes. You're gripping as hard as you can.
It helps. Like really, really hard.
And a really good boost, we talked about this last workout. You can do this, like say you're going to do your arms like that, right? With the curls, you can hold it like in the hammer curl or the reverse curl or the regular curl. And then right after, immediately after you do your holds, you do your regular curls. And that'll really pump you up. That's good right there.
If you like these exercises, please like and share. And for 10% off of Grassley, link is in the description. And if you want more related videos, click right here. A playlist of videos, click right here. Thank you.